Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It's Thursday today, and Leather Bag Lady weather report. The sun is trying to come out. The calm before the storm, I guess you would call it. We are supposed to get hammered tomorrow. Little bit of discrepancy on when it's going to start, which will absolutely affect whether or not I'm out with my clients tomorrow, which is a pain in the ass because if I'm not out with my clients tomorrow, then I don't need to worry about swapping my cars out with my son. But anyway, what are you going to do? So we are sticking with the cognac caramel colorway today with yet another bag that is in that color palette. Favorite of mine, absolutely. I think I just spit on myself. A favorite of mine for sure. Just always has been. I'm a leather enthusiast. Not just leather, anything. I mean, I've got, pieces of leather laying around. Oh my goodness me. It's like, you go to the gas station and you like the smell of gas. That's how I feel about leather. So today's bag is, again, another beauty. It is a very structured bag. It reminds me of the bags, the air stewardesses, what do you call them here? Air stewardess, air hostess. They used to carry in the 70s. Actually, I've put this as an 80s bag, but it could be a 70s bag. It's not marked with any branding. It is actually buffalo hide, made in India. It is quite structured, which is actually, quite in keeping with the fashions. Maybe, well, yeah, there's still a lot of structured bags on the runways right now. What's happening on the runways is just some weird shapes. I talked about the Prada new shape the other day. Coach has a ton of weird shapes. But usually what happens, and I mean, this makes total sense, is the couture styles get kind of diluted and then we, get some kind of shape. But this very much a daily driver. It is going to hold a lot of stuff. So the strap is adjustable. It's a 22-inch strap drop. So it is going to sit as a crossbody beautifully. Big boobs or no big boobs. I'm wearing it right now and it's really nice on my hip. It's a great size. You're going to get a lot of stuff in here. You open it up. It's got some nice cotton lining. You've got a compartment. There's your label that says buffalo hide, made in India. You've got a compartment with a zipper compartment. You've got a divider that doubles as a compartment, another divider that doubles as a compartment, and another compartment. So if you are interested in having dividers, this bag is nirvana for compartments. And yeah, it's just a beautiful bag. Like I said, it has a compartment on the back as well. You can see how thick the leather is. Let's see how far down this compartment goes. Yeah, it goes all the way to the bottom. So you're going to get a phone in there. You'll get, a lot of stuff that you need to get to quickly in there. And I like the way the zipper is protected with this little flap. It reminds me, I can't remember the brand. It's always got a C on it. It's an old lady's brand, I call it. I can't remember. It's a lot of their it's not leather, but they are very popular with the senior market. But this is definitely buffalo hide leather, and it is a pretty bag. I'm more partial to a softer bag, and not really my zhuzh, but a beautiful bag nonetheless. And it, like I said already, it's a really functional size, which will make it a great daily driver. So that is today's bag. So what are you all up to today? Oh, I'm molting again. I've had a very stressful 24 hours. Well, not even 24 hours, probably 16, 18 hours. Pius and I went down to the MTO, the Ministry of Transportation, yesterday to drop off his medical for his truck license, which I went to Norwich on Monday to pick up. It's wrong again. So he was fuming. And as I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for him to finish in there, I get a photograph from my neighbor across the street showing me that new tenants have moved in front, and there they are, parked in the driveway. So my driveway is a pain in the ass. It is one lot with two houses on it. The house in front used to be part of the same lot that my house is built on. Now, my house, there's been conflicting stories about what my house used to be. It used to be an ice house. It used to be a tractor shed. It used to be the builder's cottage for the whole survey. That used to be a farm. Who knows? All I know is it was there originally, and I guess they built this house in front, and I don't know how the two happened to stay on the same lot. But the long story short is the driveway that leads to my house actually legally belongs to the house in front. So it is an easement. It's a right-of-way, emergency service right-of-way to my property. And by that definition, there is no parking. Loading, unloading, but no parking. Now, it's easier for me to park in it because if I need to get out in an emergency or whatever, I'm able to move whatever car's in the way. And that's kind of been the way that it's been managed in the past. But we have new tenants, and like I said, I got pictures from two of my neighbors of the tenants parked in the driveway already, and it's just day one. So this is an extremely upsetting regular occurrence for me every time a new tenant moves into this house. And I didn't sleep last night. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. Pius was fuming about his medical issue. You see the sun shining. Maybe that'll brighten my mood. Who knows? So we haven't met these tenants yet, and I always try very hard to set off on the right foot because it is a long day in hell when the people in front are not cooperative, because there's been some visits by the police in the years gone by. There's just been incredible issues in years gone by. So now, one thing, I'm not on my own anymore. I mean, I've handled it all by myself in the past, and I don't need anybody to fight my battles, but it is nice to have a little bit of support. But my little bit of support will only take so much, and then there could be trouble. So I've already been on to the landlord and asked him to be rest assured that I will not be putting up with some of the crap that I've put up with in previous years. And he better have told this family, which I'm sure there is going to be a decent amount of people belonging to this family just by the nature of the family. And there's a basement apartment in the house, so goodness knows how many people are going to be in the house, which means goodness knows how many cars are going to be in the house. The last tenant had 4 vehicles and 1 parking spot. So it was not as bad as it was in the beginning, because I will not put up with it. But legally there's nothing I can do because it's private property. There's no bylaw officer that will manage the situation because it's a private driveway. And the court system basically says sort it out yourselves because it is a private residence. So I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. And we're putting all this money and effort into fixing up this house. And I mean, these tenants can be there a year, 2, 3, 4. I mean, who knows? Usually 2 to 3 seems to be the average. And my neighbor across the street was saying to me, like, I don't know what it is about this house, but it's just bad luck. Like the tenants just seem to be a pain in the ass. So we'll see. Apparently they were moving in last night, albeit that the car was in the driveway for most of the day yesterday and they weren't moving in shit. So we will go and introduce ourselves and try and set off on the right foot. So as I said, I was glad they weren't there yesterday when I went to the house. I had a bag I had to parcel because Pius was not in a good mood. And I was vibrating. I was so frustrated with the news that I got that here's a picture of your new neighbor already parked in the driveway. So we'll see. I've got another bag to send out today. And I sold a picture on Marketplace, which is at the house. So we're going to have to go there later on this afternoon. And hopefully there'll be somebody there to introduce ourselves to. And maybe we can nip any bullshit in the bud or butt or whatever you call it. So, but that is it for today. Just still doing my deep dives into YouTube, which... my roots project is going to have to take a very different path because I found out that what I was planning to do, I'm not allowed to do. There's lots of people who do it, but I'm not willing to get in trouble. So, I mean, it's a crapshoot when you do this kind of project. So when I'm getting a little closer to it, I'll fill you in on what I'm doing. I'm still, like I said, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. So I was laying in bed and I'm trying to figure out a way to still present this project, but in a completely different way that is legal. So hopefully I've found a way to be able to present it. So anyway, I'll tweak it a little bit and maybe beginning of next week, I'll fill you in on what it is I want to be doing. And Pius will be home a little early this morning. He got to work this morning and there was nobody there to load his truck. Nobody was around and he called the guy and the phone was ringing in their office and there was no one there. So he had to phone the big boss and wake him up. And so it's just been a very stressful time. And last night we had dinner and I used one of these M&M pre-made dinners and it was not good. Teriyaki chicken, did not like it. My taste buds did not welcome it. There wasn't enough there. I'm lying in bed at 3 o'clock this morning, starving. I made it till about 8 o'clock and then I had to have something to eat. So my fast today has been shortened significantly and I'm still hungry now. So whether or not that's because I broke the fast, I don't know. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. We pulled out some sausages for dinner tonight. So we'll try our first piece of meat from our food order or our meat order. And now we're looking at the vacuum sealed, like those vacuum machines to portion our meat out and vacuum seal it because, yeah, I'm not sure how quickly we're going to get the meat eaten, especially in the summer, because we're out on the bike so much that, you know, if we're out and it's supper time, we'll just head somewhere and get something to eat. So that is something that we do. We're not going to fight that in the summer. The priority is to get out there on the bike and enjoy every minute we can on the Harley. And yeah, the fact that we've got a freezer order in the freezer, oh, who cares? And it'll be mostly barbecued anyway. So that is it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Hopefully you are having a productive day. And this time tomorrow, it still shouldn't be snowy, but you just never know. So anyway, have a good rest of the day, everybody. Bye.